Hi, Shell here from Shell's Craft Corner. This is the book that I made for my husband Gary. I posted it on my Facebook page, my blog and Instagram, and I was asked so many questions. Is that mixed media? Yes, it is. It's a mixed media notebook. Is there a tutorial? No. But I did promise that if I got time I would do it, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you how to make this book. So this is what we're aiming for. Now to get to this, I'm going to explain everything I've used. These are all out of my stash. I've had these years, so if they are available I will find a link for them. I used the Crafter's Companion embossing folder, which I've die cut, and I've already done that because everybody has different sandwiches for their die cutting machines. For the keys on this book I used these by X-Cut. Like I said, I had it years. If I can find a link I will. I've cut some out. This wasn't very thick, and I used some coaster board, which is not too thick, not thin. I used some very thick card, and this is the result. It looks great, but if I show you underneath, I'll get Gary to do a close-up picture of this. It didn't cut through, so don't use card that's too thick. Some of this grey board you will get in the back of 12 by 12 paper packs, and it's not too thick, and sometimes it's over thick. I also came across this on eBay. Now this is I think they call them a steel rule die. And I couldn't use this in my Gemini. Luckily I had a big shop. Now that will cut through quite thick card, but steel rule dies will. I also used treasure pewter. It's like a wax that I've just rubbed over. My black paint was from Wilco's, it says, so cheap and cheerful. PVA glue to stick your embossed card to your book. Wilco's again. So that's all the products. Like I said, if I can find links for them I will put them below, and I'll get Gary to do you a close-up picture of the board that didn't cut. So now let's put the book together. One important thing I did forget to tell you, you're going to need a little A5 ring binder book. If memory serves me right, I got this from Hobbycraft. I think Hobbycraft sell these. So this is my book. Like I said, I have got everything ready. I'm going to use the steel rule because I want to try these hinges this time. So I've cut all my pieces. So I can give you these sizes, but when you buy your book it might be different, and I like to do the inside first. So I've cut my piece of card and I've just used some double-sided tape. So that's our inside done. Now for the good stuff. Now I could try and double-sided tape this, or you could use your PVA glue. Now for quickness I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use the double-sided tape. Now, as you can see, it wasn't big enough, so I cut an extra little strip to pop on the top. Now, if you're at home, you'd have time for your PVA glue to dry. So I'm just using double-sided tape, and I've used the raised size of the embossing folder. We'll bring it in, come right down to the bottom and onto the edge. You can feel your way along and then pop it down. And we're going to do exactly the same for the back now. So there, we've covered our inside. So now we're ready to start popping our keys on. I'm getting in a mess here. Now I like to place my pieces onto my book. So I can make sure I'm happy. I'm going to put this in the middle. I'm going to have a key there. And I'm going to pop that one up the other way. Then I think I'd have one there. And I think I'd have that one there. And then I'll use these little bits to fill that little space there. And this little space here. So now I'm going to get some glue and I'm going to glue them all down, and I'll come back when they're glued down. So now I've stuck all my keys down. I did use the Nouveau glue. I'll pop that in the link below. They're all on there. I'm quite happy with them. So what I'm going to do is I've squeezed some of my paint out, and I've got a little paintbrush, and I'm gently going to paint, because obviously we don't want a biscuit edge. So we're just going to paint these edges. So I'm going to do all these edges, and then what else I like to do is I like to make sure that I get the size of my keys. That's what my paintbrush is for. And then when I've done all down the side here with this, and I've got all my key edges, I'll get one of these, as you'll see in a bit. So I'll just get painting. And there we have painted our book. Now I'll carefully lift that up. I would leave it overnight now to dry. I'm not going to do the back today. I'm just going to go and get my heat gun and speed the drying up. I'll be back in a minute. So I've used my heat gun. I've still got some wet patches, but I can work with that. You'd have more time, and like I said, leave this overnight. Another thing, you want to paint all your edges. That's why my piece of paper's in here, because where you've painted your edges, you don't want it then touching your sheet of paper. I left this biscuit colour here because you're not really going to see it inside. And if you want to later on, I haven't done that now because it would take too long to dry. Depends how fussy you are about seeing these little biscuit bits here. So now the next step would be, I would still leave my paper in there. If you don't want to get your finger covered in this, you could always get a little dauber and just, it's quite smelly, so if I was you, if you can do it near a window and have a window open, it's much better. And all you will do is gently rub over all your pieces. So I'm just going to do this now. So there I've rubbed, you would rub it as much as you'd like, and then I would just get a piece of tissue to rub off your excess. And I forgot to say, you can't see my join now, where I had to cut that extra piece, because it all blends in so well now. And there is our finished book, and all you would do on the back side now is paint it black, get your dauber and rub it again. So here we have our books. This was my original one that I put on my Instagram and Facebook page and blog, that everybody asked, was there a tutorial? And this is the one that I've shown you how to do today. Mine's still drying, and like I said, I've yet to paint the back and rub my wax on. So like I said, I will try and link as many of the products as I can, but like I said, they're things that I've found in my stash that I've had for years. But any information will all be below, and if you could like and subscribe, that makes me happy. If you could push a little button, little bell even, that will notify you next time I pop something up. And all the details for my Facebook page, my Instagram, everything will be below, and any close-up photos needed. Bye bye for now.